Let's see how you did with the internal and external conflict activity. The first story, Riley and the math test. You had to find out what conflict does Riley face. Is it an external or internal conflict, and how do you know? Well, hopefully when you did this activity, you used complete sentences and you used examples from the story to prove your point. So, what conflict does Riley face? Well, Riley had to decide whether or not she will cheat on a test. She knows that she shouldn't cheat, but she doesn't want to make her friends mad. Is it an internal conflict or an external conflict? This is an internal. The conflict is within Riley. It's in her head. How do we know? Well, we know that the conflict is coming from inside Riley because she's debating about what action she should take. Her conscience tells her that she shouldn't cheat, but she's worried about what her friends will think of her if she says she won't cheat. All right, the next story that you completed, Noah's hike. We had to figure out what conflict Noah faced, if it was internal or external, and how did we know? Well, for this story, the conflict that Noah faces is he's tired because he didn't sleep. His map gets turned around and a chipmunk steals his water canteen. Are these internal conflicts or external conflicts? Well, these are mostly external. How do we know? The owl that makes it so that he can't sleep is external. The map getting flipped around happens outside of his head. And the chipmunk that steals his water also comes from outside of Noah. They are things that he couldn't control. They were external conflicts. So let's review. Once we know a character's motivation and objectives, the conflict makes the story exciting. We want to keep reading to see if our protagonist, or the main character, can overcome the odds and save the day. If there is no conflict, the story is boring and the reader loses interest. When a reader loses interest, they stop reading.